Chapter 17. Me and Ishta step outside the canopy of the tree into the wild garden. She takes off the ring and hands it back. Ishta looks up at the sky again, at the clouds scudding across stars. And suddenly, she frowns. "What's wrong?" I asked her. "I thought you were happy." "There's a storm coming," she says, narrowing her eyes and holding tight to Hanu's hand. "We won't be able to play once it's here." "I am happy though," she continues. She steps close, looking into my eyes as if she's searching for something. "Tamarind, some nights I might not be here, and sometime, I don't know when, I might have to go away forever. But I need you to know that no matter what, I'll always be your friend. Do you understand?" I feel a patter of rain splash my face. I don't understand at all, but I nod slightly, realizing she's waiting for me to agree. Ishta steps backwards, Hanu taking her hand. "I had a really nice time tonight," I say. "Thank you." But her face has lost its glow, and she looks pale and tired. Hanu gives one of his high-pitched screams and tugs at her hand. "So did I," she murmurs. "Come back, won't you, when the sky is clear?" When I look again, she's disappeared. I run a few hurried steps in her direction, but the only thing I see is a flash of gold, like jeweled dust motes suspended in night. The house is in darkness when I get in, except for a warm candle glow coming from the kitchen. I'm even more confused than ever about Ishta. Why was she saying she couldn't leave, even though she wanted to go exploring? And if she can't leave, why those ominous words about never coming back? I'm about to take the stairs up to my bedroom, but the light from the kitchen is drawing me in. Uma has been sitting with the family forever, and she keeps telling me to come and see her. Maybe she'll tell me more about my mum. I might know the horrible truth about how she died, thanks to Sophia, but I still don't feel like I know her at all. I twist Mum's ring. It's dull in the clouded night, and take a few quiet steps towards the door. "Come on in, Tamarind," says Uma, without turning round. She carries on stirring the steaming pot on the cooker. I kick at the floor with my trainer, the knots in my stomach tightening. "Tamarind," she says, still concentrating on stirring, "why are you up so late?" Finally, she turns to face me, glancing at the floor. "Where have you been?" I ignore her questions, but step closer, sniffing the cloud of fragrant steam rising from the pot. I know you're not meant to talk about it, but I need to know about Mum. Dad will be back on Sunday, and nobody will tell me anything. I want to say, except Sophia, but I don't want to think about what she said. Uma looks doubtful. "I won't tell anyone, I promise. It's important." She holds my hands between her smooth palms. "Oh, Tamarind, it's such a sad story. When I was a girl, I used to live in the mountains around here." She brings me towards her and snuggles me in her shawl. "When Chinty was small, I woke with bad dreams. This was the only thing that would soothe her." The shawl is soft and the sweet scents in the kitchen comforting. For a moment I feel safe, but then I remember about how Mum died and think that Uma must hate me for taking her away. "What was she like?" She tightens the shawl and cups my face in her hands. Uma is lost in her thoughts, her wrinkled forehead set in a deep frown. "When she was young, she was so sweet and loving," she begins. "She would always collect fruit and flowers from the garden and bring them to me. And as she got older, she became quite independent." Uma looks at the door, even though it's closed, as if expecting someone to walk in. I take a deep breath of air and feel a tickle up my spine. She was a bit like Sophia. My chest tightens, and I'm disappointed that Uma didn't say she was like me. Go on, I say, my throat grazed. Then she lowers her voice. And then the argument started. The teenage years brought lots of fire, and later, and not just when she met Raju, your papa, while he was on holiday here from England, she wanted to leave home. Even before, Uma pauses, before she had you. She made your papa promise that they'd go away and live together in England, but instead of taking her, she died, and he took you. I bow my head, feeling sad and tired. But let me tell you about the happier times, Uma continues, hugging me close. Chinti loved playing in the garden, and she loved to go exploring. She even used to go out at night. She was out all hours, a real adventurer. Uma laughs. She even persuaded your Babaji to teach her to shoot arrows, and she was really impressive. With her papa teaching, she could shoot even further and higher than him. She wipes her eyes. He loved her so much. We all loved her. Tantrums and everything. Uma stares down at my hand and touches the ring. You found it then, Chinti's ring. I feel my face flush. It fits perfectly. She smiles. It suits you, just like it suited her. Where did the ring come from? Ishta's comments earlier intrigued me, and I'm sure Uma can tell me more. Now there's a happy story, she smiles. Chinti's papa, your Babaji, found the stone. He was an archaeologist, and he used to take her into the mountains on his explorations. One day, they found a special emerald. It was made into this ring in Jaipur by an expert jeweler, and because she loved the goddess Ishta, she asked for it to have this silver star around it, like the star of Ishta. You know, the evening star. I blink. Why does it feel like that name is everywhere at the moment? Is Ishtar or Ishtar a common name around here? Not really. Why? Oh, nothing. It was just a book I read. It seemed an unusual name, I say quickly. I don't want another grown up to suspect I'm making things up. I love the ring so much, I say, touching the star on my finger. But I know I mustn't let Nanny see it. I've been keeping it safe in my pocket during the daytime. Uma smiles. We thought it had been lost. No one could find it until you came. Since you arrived, there's something different about the house, the gardens, like it's waking up again. I can feel what? Nothing, says Uma. I'm sorry, I've already said too much. Her mouth is pinched shut, and I know I won't find out any more about Mum now.